real estate professionals, not newbies, real estate professionals.
I asked him if he would come do a deep dive on case studies to really open up this world to you.
Because I'm about to teach them my LDP model, land with development potential. All about getting land approved for development. And guess what? We trademarked the best kept secret for a reason. You know why? Because going into a room of real estate professionals, they don't understand my model at all. But yet it's phenomenal and it's a solution to a problem. We are on a mission to help solve the housing crisis in America. So super excited here with Kirby, who's behind the camera, Andrew, who's our director of Bjugan Media. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna serve these people, bring them a ton of value, and at the end of the day, try to love them very, very well. So we're excited to drop the gold here real soon.
What does it mean for you to go speak at an event like this?
Do I love traveling to speak? No, I don't. I would much rather be at home in my routine. I'm a routine fanatic. I'd much rather be at home in routine and being with my family. But here's the deal. When you feel like you have a clear calling or mission, you don't have a choice. Like, it's my job to be obedient. It's my job. When I hear a calling, I need to be obedient to it. To me, that's not even a choice. And now I'm not obedient, I'm missing my calling, right? Like, the last thing I want to do is miss my calling. Let me give you an example. So with our whole media company and our social media that we're going all in on, and speaking and podcasting, all this stuff we're doing to grow our reach, and we've now started Bjugan Media, and we're building a team. You're on that team, Andrew's on that team, we're hiring more people for that team. To me, the mission is all about planting seeds. So am I gonna bring this group of real estate professionals a ton of value, learning our model that we call the best kept secret? Of course, we're gonna deliver them a ton of value. Mark my words, I'm gonna plant seeds all along the way. Whether those are legacy seeds, personal development seeds, faith seeds, I'm gonna plant seeds that hopefully grow into something with each of these individuals. And those seeds really have nothing to do with our business model. The business model, teaching them the business model is how we bring them value, is how we build relationship, is how we serve these people. But I'm ultimately serving them so that I can drop these seeds, which is what it's all about. What's up? Look at this view. We're at the one and only Kris Krohn's place. Let's go in and say hi to Kris. And if you don't know Kris, you've probably been hiding in a hole somewhere.
I've got over here Cody Bjugan, and for all of us real estate people, I can tell you I'm excited to really learn more about what Cody's doing. I met him he was on my jet a couple years ago as we were going out to a Tim Tebow Foundation event, and got to meet his incredible wife, and we got to know each other. I really believe in what he does. I've had a chance to dabble in 30 different real estate strategies and go deep in a couple of verticals. And there's a part of me that says if I had to do it all over again and start at the very beginning and just pick after all of this experience like a singular strategy, I think it's compass.
Sitting here in my hotel room, getting ready to speak, missing my family. Man, I love being home. I love routine. I have this thing I call 7 by 7, 7 daily habits by 7 a.m. What do? Well, I get up at 4. First thing I do, even on the road, is I get into my Bible. Let me read you some gold here. So that your faith might not rest on men's wisdom, but on God's power. Do you have the awe of God? If you have the awe of God, you will fear no man, nor will you fear any circumstance or situation. Is this the power of God is beyond just really what we can even remotely comprehend. All right, so after I read my Bible, I then jump into my devotion. So right now I'm reading Draw the Circle by Mark Batterson. This is a 40-day devotion that actually my wife and I are both in right now because we're both circling some things together, meaning that we're praying about the same things together and looking for the Lord to speak to us. So her and I are both going through Draw the Circle. And so let me give you some gold in the last one I read. It's not about what you're doing at all. It's about who you're becoming in the process. Boom, drop the mic. Let's do another one. The purpose of prayer is not to get what you want. The goal of prayer is to discern what God wants, what God's wills, right? So here's the deal. And then I journal. I've used this same journal For any of you that care about it, it's called the Panda Planner. But I use it, it keeps me organized. But I counted the other day, I've been using this same planner because I keep them all. It's really, I use it more as a journal, but I've been doing this same one for over 4 years now. And I'm religious about it. But like, let's look at some, so like in here I talk about gratitude, what I'm excited about, affirmation, what I'm focused on, the exercise for that day. And then I write how I want to feel that day. And then I journal all my prayers. But like, let's talk about gratitude. I said the opportunity and platform to share/plant seeds. Like the opportunity to have reach and to plant seeds with others could help in their personal development. Maybe they come to the Lord, but at the end of the day, planting seeds. The momentum I'm feeling within our company, our team, and everybody getting united around the mission of the business. And really all of my kids right now are in a good place, so I showed gratitude towards that. But here's the deal. What are my 7 habits, okay? Well, here's 3 of them. Bible, devotion, journal, then I pray, and then I go work out. And then I go on a walk and I listen to a book while I'm walking. But I will tell you, I have a preventative health coach, trying to prevent myself from getting sick, which I wish everybody could have, instead of waiting for people to get sick before they can have a doctor. But she got on me. She's like, Cody, you need to up your cardio. So I just gotta tell you, my walk is now a run and my knees hurt because of it. The other thing is, 7x7 is real catchy, right? There's actually really 8 to 9 these days, because I also recently started cold plunging and I also recently started being under the red light panel. Hey, so just getting ready here to pop on stage and speak to a bunch of real estate professionals. And I was asked, Cody, what do you do to prep or get ready to speak? I'd be honest with you, I don't have some big routine. I have no speaking training. I have no nothing. All it is that I'm comfortable saying I'm an expert in my topic and I'm passionate about it. So when you truly know your stuff and you're passionate, it's actually fairly easy. And so, your tone and what to say and not say, here's what I'd say, if anything, to prep is just making sure mentally I've committed to being present in the moment and that I can feel the room, right? That I can read the vibes, that I can read what they want more of and what they want less of, because through that I can just bring the most amount of value and truly serve those that have given me the opportunity to speak into their lives.
And the second reason why I have them here is because I literally have evaluated the top 30 real estate strategies, and I believe that if I had to start all over again and start with a singular strategy, this is actually the way I would have started.
Thanks, Brian.
This is the
Thank you.
Dirt controls deals. Whoever controls the dirt controls the deal. Land is the foundation of all real estate assets. Every project starts with the dirt. So I don't care what real estate model you're in, it all started with the dirt, okay? Therefore, if I can get control of the dirt, I control the deal, right? I can decide when I want to exit. I can decide when I want to get paid. I have lots of options available to me. Money was a driver for me in my 20s, and I came up empty-handed, and I wasn't fulfilled. And so it's just, I'm continuing to plant seeds with you all because there's got to be something bigger than yourselves. So we'll do Q&A in the breakout room. Anybody has a bunch of questions? And people say, Cody, has all these relationships, right? And I agree, relationships are important, right? It's who you know, not what you know. You could just as easy have a relationship with them as I do. But the way you establish a relationship, I'm just deal flow for them, man. Like, I bring them deals. They're deal junkies. So I'm more valuable to them than you are. If you have a deal, they want to talk. Heading back home to be with my family. Let's go. Good to get out and do the mission, right? Touch people's lives. But I'll tell you, it's a blast getting home to the family. Don't forget PIF, Purpose, Impact, Fulfillment. Oh my goodness! All right, y'all, we'll catch you on the next one.